What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and today what I want to talk to you guys about is the size of the map. Now, so far what you have here is the confirmed map so far. When we take the blueprint map and we piece it together, this is what we have. Now, keep in mind this isn't the entire map, there's still more up above, but this is what we know so far. Now, I've been hearing a lot of people saying how this is smaller than they expected. Like, looking at this, it's like, oh, this is kind of a disappointment, this is a letdown, this isn't very big. Well, guys, I want to help you put into perspective just how big this map really is. So what I've got for you today is, I think, 3 sets of pictures that are really going to help you put it into perspective, just the sheer size of the map. I don't think you'll be disappointed after watching this video. Okay, so first off, what you've got here is a screenshot that most of you guys have probably seen before, except this time, this has a red line going up the left side, a purple line up the middle, and you can see the field to the right outlined by blue. Now, looking at this screenshot, it's a little hard to tell just how big everything really is. I mean, you've got some cars on the street there, and you've got a semi up the road a little bit, but as far as the scale of the entire thing, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, it looks big, but you don't really understand until you see this picture. So this is the same part of the map that we just saw. You can see the red line, the purple line, and the blue line, and it is outlining the same exact places. Now look at that field that just looked really big with the tiny cars driving through it. Now look how small it is. Now let me remind you, this is only a tiny sliver of the map. This is on the other side of one of the mountains along the coast. This is just a very small portion. Now looking at a side-by-side comparison of the two that we just looked at, this is pretty darn impressive. I mean, this really puts into scale, like, look how big the beach looks in the picture with the plane. I mean, when you look at the cars, as I said, the cars driving through the field and on the street, and then that gives you an idea, okay, that beach is pretty wide, you know, but then zoomed out, look how small it is in that picture. I mean, that just tells you how big everything else is. And then on top of that, this is only a tiny sliver of the map, guys. That alone tells you that this thing is massive. But that's not it. I've got more for you. Now we're going to take a look at this picture. This is from the new gameplay trailer right at the end as they're talking about the multiplayer, and this is a freeze frame, and you can see a car on the street is being enlarged and pointed out there, highlighted in green. Now I want you to take a good look at this. That car is pretty small down there, right? And then you look at the road kind of go off into the distance. That tells you, like, wow, this is actually pretty big. That car is really small. Well, you don't even know. Take a look at this picture here. These are the same streets that we just saw in the last picture, and you can see in the red box it is enlarged. See that tiny green dot on the enlarged red box? That is the car that we were just looking at in the last picture, okay? So that's really small. But now, ignore the enlarged version, look at the entire thing as a whole. Try to find those same streets on the map. Try to find even the car. That car would not even be a single pixel on this map, let alone the streets. Those are hard to find themselves. This really just gives you an idea for how huge the map is. So real quick, just to recap, here you've got the car as it was seen in the screenshot, and those two parallel roads running along next to each other. And now, once again, that same car and those same two roads viewed on the map itself. And keep in mind, like I said, this isn't even the entire map. Wow. I mean, this is just crazy. And now the final two pictures that I want to show you guys, credit goes out to Chatterbox FM over on GTA forums and all those guys over there. And basically what we've got here is another one of the screenshots with the atomic blimp, and down below you can see a cul-de-sac, which is outlined in red there and enlarged. And once again you can see in pink we've got a car labeled, of course, car, and the cul-de-sac is labeled yellow. So once again, that car, in this screenshot alone, that car just looks tiny. I mean, you see the buildings and everything kind of stretching off into the distance. That already looks huge when you consider the size of that car and then all the buildings in the background and just how long it goes on for. But that's not even it. Now, here's the same cul-de-sac, except on the map. As you can see, when it's enlarged out of the map, that car has just become a tiny, tiny dot on the map. But when it is not enlarged, looking at it on the actual map itself, you can see that the cul-de-sac is nothing more than just a little nub coming off one of the streets. I mean, it's hard to find if it's not pointed out to you. And once again, the car wouldn't even be big enough to be a single pixel on the map. So, guys, if this doesn't really just put it in scale for you, I don't know what will. So I hope you don't have any more doubts or anything. I know that at first I was a little bit skeptical, even myself, but after seeing pictures like these, I was like, wow, we should just keep our faith in Rockstar, because apparently they know what they're doing, and this map is just as huge as they said it would be. So guys, please tell me in the comments below, what do you think of the map? Do you think it's going to be bigger now after watching this video? Has it increased your expectations? Or after watching this video, are you like, oh wow, this is kind of disappointing. This is actually making it seem smaller than I thought it would be. Or is it exactly the same? Did you always think it would be huge from the start? I'd love to know what you guys think, so please tell me in the comments below, and stay tuned for more Grand Theft Auto 5 in the future, and thank you guys for watching.